Welcome back to another lip balm review video. Again, excuse the background, but I never lucked out 2 days in a row of having the house basically quiet and empty, so taking advantage of that and being downstairs. So anyway, that's also why it's echoey in here. But anywho, today's review is on the SoftLips Cube in Vanilla Bean, and quick shout out to Olivia5010 on Instagram who wanted to see the review for this, so hi! Anyway, so Vanilla Bean Cube, mine admittedly is an older one. It expires in, let's see, 7 is July of this year, even though I got it at the drugstore last year. Either the SoftLips Cubes don't have that long of a shelf life, or they just still had older stock on the shelf. But regardless, I only just today finally opened it up because I'm slow. But yeah, so I was surprised first off the bat at the color they chose for the Vanilla Bean one. I mean, for Vanilla Bean, you would assume it'd be more of a brownish tone, but they kind of used like a sort of a corally pink for the color. Here, so you can see it more accurately. The pink tones on there. It's like there's a little bit of a tannish hue in there, but yeah, it's sort of an interesting color they chose for it, but whatever. But yeah, it's same as all the SoftLips Cubes, although this one, I don't know, it feels a little rickety. I have a hard time opening it. It doesn't feel like it wants to shut correctly. I don't know if it's just this one or if that's an issue with all of the Vanilla Bean ones. But yeah, even like first time opening it earlier, it had that issue. But yeah, it's just a little dome. I love when they're brand new and they're just like that perfect domey sphere. But yeah, packaging wise, since it's still all new and pretty, just showing it off, even though you guys have seen the cubes before. This is nothing new to you guys. But yeah, I just like how pretty they are when they're brand new and not messed up yet. So anyway, that is the packaging. Okay, that time it closed better. Maybe I was doing it wrong. But these are not natural or organic. They are synthetic. They're made with mentholatum. They're made with petroleum products and parabens and all that stuff. Yeah, there's none of the chemical-free things with SoftLips, but with the exception of the SoftLips Pure line, none of them are. So anyway, but yeah, this one is not limited edition or anything. This is part of the permanent line. This is one of the main ones you can find pretty much literally anywhere. I found mine at, I want to say CVS. Ironically, last year when I was trying to find the Spring Revos and was just striking out left and right everywhere, and I felt weird leaving the stores empty-handed, so I was just picking up random lip balms just that they had in stock and trying to find something new I didn't have yet at each place that didn't have what I was looking for. But that is neither here nor there now, is it? Just ironic that this has been sitting around probably since about this time last year. I'm just now finally getting around to reviewing it. But yeah, so the amount of product you get in this is a little less than 1/4 ounce. It's 0.23 ounces. You can see all the info on the bottom there if it'll focus. Come on, thing. It's not gonna focus, is it? Okay, that's alright. But yeah, I already told you it's shelf life. Price point on these is about $4 or $5. If you get them through their website, it's $5. If you find them in a store, it's typically about $4. I've seen them go for $3 something in a couple of places like Target and Walmart, but usually it's somewhere in the $4 range on average. So, sturdiness wise, it is hard plastic acrylic, so you can't really hurt these too easily. You can hear me banging on it. It's not flimsy, cheapo plastic, but acrylic is prone to scratching. But that said, even though you can scratch it, you typically have to work at it a bit to have it happen. So these are better, in my opinion, for throwing in a purse than like an EOS or something, but that's just my opinion. These are medicated. I forget if they have SPF. They do. It has SPF 15 in it. And it's got 2% dimethicone, 7.5% octinoxate, and 3% oxybenzone. So in case anybody was curious, it's got all that stuff in it. So, the scent on this, I was actually, I don't know, I feel like I was let down a little bit, but let's see, second opinion on this. Yeah, I was expecting more of a pronounced vanilla on this. I'm thinking because of the mentholatum in there is what's giving it sort of an almost minty undertone to it. But yeah, it's I mean, you can tell it's vanilla. It's not like terrible, but it's a very subtle vanilla. I think of the SoftLips cubes I've tried so far, this probably has the most subtle scent of any of them this far. But yeah, it almost has like a buttery undertone to it as well, if that makes sense. Almost like buttered popcorn. It doesn't really smell like popcorn, but something reminiscent of a buttery smell for some reason is in there, but that's just my opinion. But like I said, mostly it is a vanilla smell, just a subtle, soft one, but with like a hint of mint in there, even though it didn't say anything about it being vanilla mint, just vanilla bean. So whatever, that's cool. So it's not colored or anything, as you can surmise even just looking at it, but it does give a good shine. My lips are really chapped right now, so I'm putting a bunch on. It tastes really good though, even though you're not really supposed to like eat it or anything, but come on. You put on lip balm, you're gonna lick your lips. That's part of it. But yeah, one thing I was disappointed with this particular one is that there's not really the signature SoftLips tingle to this one. I don't know if it's because I have an older one or if it's just not as much of a thing with the vanilla bean flavor as it is with most of them, but it's there a tiny bit, and it takes a couple minutes for it to even kick in at all, but for the most part, I was really let down because it just was not there very much. Even for as much as I just put on, I'm only just barely feeling it towards the inner creases of my lips. So, I mean, that's a little bit of a bummer. I wish it had more of that, being as it is a SoftLips product, and that's usually one of the biggest draws for me with their stuff, is that I love that tingly feeling. I like the stronger ones better than the weaker ones, but what can you do, right? But it does have a good shine, which I always appreciate, so it's not a full loss, and it does taste amazing. You could actually tell that it's vanilla in the flavoring, more so than in the scent, in my opinion. But yeah, in terms of the consistency, it's sort of on the thinner side. Maybe, well, it's hard to say. I don't want to say medium because I did cake a ton on there, so that's not really fair to judge by that. So it is on the thinner side, but it is really creamy though, and I love the consistency of how it goes on. But that said, I found that it didn't really last that long when I had it on earlier, and that wasn't with eating or drinking anything. So for whatever that's worth, I got maybe 45 minutes out of it before I realized it was completely gone. So that was a little bit of a bummer because I usually have better luck than that with SoftLips products. They usually don't wear off quite that fast. So yeah, I'm more than a little bit let down. I would also compare the scent and the flavor of this one to a cupcake, because it is that kind of like almost overly sweet smell and flavor. Not quite to where it's like unbearable or anything, but it is very sweet and it is kind of cupcakey smelling. But then again, I mean, vanilla, there is vanilla frosting and there is vanilla cake, so could be why. But yeah, it'd be interesting to compare this one to the Hello Kitty cupcake one of these, which I still have yet to open and review, as well as too. That's one of the ones that's still coming up. But yeah, I imagine they've probably got to be pretty similar, given that this to me smells straight up like a cupcake. That's just me. So anyway, it is moisturizing somewhat. I wouldn't call it the best one on the planet. I wouldn't call it the best of SoftLips even. It kind of does its job, but not the best on the market and not even the best in the line. So it just sort of, it's kind of a letdown, in all honesty. I was expecting more from this. And like I said, I don't know if it's just because it's older or it's just this particular one, because it's the same exact age as my the peach mango one, which still works great for me. So I don't think age has anything to do with it on this. So, for whatever that may be worth to you, I don't know, but I don't dislike it. I just feel a little let down that it doesn't have more oomph to it, I suppose. I expected more tingle, I expected it to last longer, I expected it to feel more moisturizing than it is. It just kind of disappointed. So, this one, even though I love the smell and the taste of it, I'm only going to rate it a 6 out of 10 because honestly, there's a lot of points where it disappointed me. Because, as I said, I don't dislike it. I will still very much use it because I like the taste, I like the smell, and I like how it feels. But it would not be my go-to for having actual chapped lips. It'd be more of a just grab it and go sort of thing that I don't think about too much, I'm thinking. So, yeah, I really wanted to like this one more than I did. But honestly, I'd be lying if I claimed to like it more than what I just told you guys. So, you guys know that I'm always honest with you, 110% on these things, and if something doesn't quite make the cut and it's not up to snuff, I'm gonna tell you that it's not. So, yeah, I know that a lot of you have actually commented on my stuff saying that this particular one is your favorite out of the SoftLips Cubes line, and I'm like, what am I missing here? What is it that I am not getting with this that you guys like? Or is it maybe that the other ones are too strong and that's why you like this one better? Let me know in the comments because I'm very curious to know. So, that's about all I have to say on this one. I think I am going to do some comparisons with other vanilla flavored products just to get back on track with my film schedule. So anyway, as usual, if you're not, hit the like button if you like this video. If you're not already and you'd like me, click subscribe, leave comments down below. Do you have this one? What did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did it disappoint any of you guys the ways that it did for me? Let me know. Or if you feel oppositely, let me know what you love about it. Or anything else you feel like leaving me in the comments. So anyway, till next time, bye!